you guys are doing wonderful. Welcome to the Sapphire Spider Oracle channel. If it's your first time being here, thanks for stopping in. And if you're a returning listener, thank you for coming back. Let's get started. We are checking in for this Pisces new moon, which was yesterday, March 2nd. And I've got the Wild Unknown Tarot, and I've got the Animal Spirit Knowledge cards. So let's just dive on in. Let's start with your animal oracle and see what spirit animal is guiding you at this time for this Pisces season. This would be the one. It like stuck in my fingers just like that. All right, so you got the horse. Although look what's on top of your deck, Leo, this lion. Something just came through and it said midwife, which very much has to do with this card in essence. So let's turn it over and read it. The horse represents friendship, wisdom, and strength. The horse is a kind, intelligent beast that has frequently been associated with propitious events. In the Chinese zodiac, horse people are friendly, adventurous, and passionate. Hey, represent horse person here. In Greek mythology, the winged horse Pegasus was the source of inspiration and poetry. Horses have also been associated with sexuality and fertility. In the Hindu Ramayana, the king Dasaratha asked the gods to grant him a son, and to please them, sets a magnificent horse free for 1 year. Upon the horse's return, Dasaratha receives word that he will have 4 sons, all of whom become the incarnation of the god Vishnu, the preserver of life on earth. The horse in the painting titled Age of the Avatar recalls the magnificent horse of the Ramayana. The Hindu word avatara, meaning descent to earth, refers to Vishnu's ability to assume an earthly form. Interesting. It was kind of giving me something there, but I'm going to wait on that message. So you might have a lot of horse symbolism around you at this time. Horses are just solid, usually very good creatures, representation-wise. So they're loyal, right? Usually they're very loyal and faithful creatures. I said like they bond with their rider. So that's what I mean. It's very much like a soulmate friendship energy coming through here. All right, you got 2 cards that came out first, Leo. Let's start out with the tarot then. What's the main message or energy coming through at this time around this new moon? Hey, the spider, Sapphire Spider Oracle. So, there's definitely some work right now. Working on your craft, working on your skills, working on that abundance and that money. All of those things that together start to build your little web of ideas and projects. And the thing about spiders is they build a web. They're the artists of all animal creatures, right? They're artists very much, and that's why I have that spider symbolism. It's my main spirit animal because I'm an artist first and foremost. And so they're weavers, they're artists. They're also associated with like writing, if you think of writing spiders. So there's something here that is implying artistic abilities and skill and applying that in order to create your abundance, because the whole purpose of the web, even though it's very beautiful, is to catch the spider's prey, which they then, feed upon. So that's kind of like their pentacles here in the web. You set up a business or you make a craft, you create something in order to either attract more money, potential customers, or just, to fill your own self with happiness. That can be pentacles as well, as far as like time and energy, right? So you're crafting something, you're working on something, you're working in general, but it's very much giving me the artistic side of things, Leo. You guys might be very close to the Virgo sign. Virgo had this song come in their reading, which I've updated the playlist when I publish these readings. So the playlist here on the channel is starting to feature songs again. So go check out this song. It's that song, Money, Money, Money by ABBA. There's definitely a focus on these pentacles for you right now. And I think the whole reason why it said you're being advised to set up this spider web. It just said network. You're being advised to set up this creative network to work on this business or this creative endeavor, because you've also got some of this energy around you at this time in your aura field. With this Five of Pentacles, that's usually about having a lack of money. Ooh, nice, Spirit. It was just talking about how both of those words in that sentence, having and lack, how they don't actually go together in the sentence, right? But that's the problem, is you're kind of also operating in this lack mentality is what it's saying. When you're operating in a lack mentality, all you can usually see are the things you're losing, the things you don't have, the things that are withering, right? And you can't focus on that. You got to focus on what's going to build more pentacles. What's going to build more pentacles is a little bit of work. You got to sit down and create something. You got to set your web up. Set your web up. Okay, thank you. It was talking about a website there. For some of you guys, it's about getting a website up. You got to set your website up, because there's something here where your abundance isn't fully flowing. We got an 8 and a 5. There's some space. There's some gaps in between there is what it's saying. There's some gaps in between there that you can kind of fill in, because there's something not quite fully connecting when it comes to the financial situation, the abundance situation, time, energy. Oh, goodness gracious, that's like a whole freaking book. We're not doing that now. The Seven of Swords. It said, it said kind of like, you know what's standing between you and these pentacles, like that gap that's there. This is the gap. It's the Seven of Swords, which in this deck is represented by a fox sitting on top of a sword. We can see all the other swords, but this fox is concealing a sword, right? Now, I also have fox as a main spirit animal, and foxes, just like spiders, can kind of get a bad rap sometimes, and that's where it just said convoluted. There's this convoluted energy here where you look at the spider and you look at the fox, and you might have some negative connotations. Those negative connotations exist for a reason, because they are true, it said at times, but it's kind of pointing out to me, like, if the spider is your spirit animal, if the fox is your spirit animal, if the horse is your spirit animal, like, you pay more attention to those positive qualities. You do need to listen to what the negative traits are too, so you can understand that creature better, but you don't have to ascribe to the negative qualities of those animals if that's not what the energy in the card or the reading or yourself is at the time. But that's where foxes get this trickster energy associated with them, because a fox can be good and harmless and just cute and like everything else, but they can also sneak in your hen house and eat all of your chickens. So, right? And that's kind of the message here, is like, it's talking about trust. There's a gap between these pentacles and these pentacles. And it does have to do with trust. This fox is hiding a sword. Now, that can be you, as in you've got a trick up your sleeve, as in you've got a secret weapon on your side that's going to help you achieve these things. That's the more positive way to take this card. The negative way to take this card would be to imply that either you or someone around you is hiding something from you, They could be hiding extra pentacles, although they're hiding a sword. So there's like a communication or a message or something here, Leo. They're sitting on something, and they have one eye kind of peeking out. It said, oh, okay, it said they're trying to act cute. There's definitely, so your guides are in here talking. It said they're trying to act cute. And they balling up like they're almost like a kitty cat, right? It's almost like they're pretending to be a cat. And it said, but they're a fox and they've got something hiding there. Okay, and then something just came through and it said, but like, what are they hiding? Right? Like, what are they hiding? Swords is usually communication, speech, can be like travel sometimes. Anything that has to do with the mind and the intellect and more of that air energy. Something just said, like, they're not being direct with you, right? That's the whole thing. They're sitting on a sword. They're not being direct with you. They're kind of holding something back from you. It wants to go ahead and put a card up here. And it wants to put a card over here. Four of Cups. And you got this rat sitting on top of them. Hang on, let me get this card with it too, because there's a message coming off of here that I don't know like why it's saying that in particular, so just hang on. Okay. It's kind of giving it to me like this is one hand, and then on the other hand and right, this is the thing in the middle that's creating kind of like a bit of a gap. And like we can kind of do it like that this time. You're being encouraged to meditate on some things, Leo, in regards to your abundance and your willingness and ability to create and work and weave your web to attract the abundance. And you have this Four of Cups, though, with this rat on top, and that's where it was just kind of saying, like, no, these cups are mine. Very much like you don't want to share. Like, there's, like you have people and guests or something, and then it's like you have all these drinks for everybody to drink out of, but then it was like you sat this rat on top of them all, and we're like, you know that these people aren't going to want to touch those cups after you put a rat on it, right? So it's kind of one of those things where it's like you did something, or there's a part of your energy that is kind of cutting off the cups from everybody else. You're not happy with sharing that. And with the cups, that's more about emotions. Okay, there's something coming through. It's talking about how, like, when you're a mom and you're teaching little kids to share, right? Okay, here we go. This is the lesson. It's kind of coming from like Mama Turtle, okay? And I've been pulling this card a lot lately for a lot of readings. So this meditation, this hermit energy, you have this inner truth. You have this message that's about to come out already within you. But if you're not fully connecting to it, you need to meditate on these things, is what it's saying. It's talking about how moms raise little kids to share. And you, as a child, are meant to share, right? If you have this big, it's like a giant trampoline, right? You let your friends get on the trampoline with you. You share things like that. But there are sometimes some things that are very precious and special to you. And that's where these cups, it's implying that they're very pretty and fragile. And that's where it's like, no, you know, I don't want to share those things because I don't want someone to tip these cups over, dump all the stuff out, break them. And that's okay. A good, wise parent will understand that just like adults that don't want to share their nice things with absolutely everybody, that a child doesn't have to share their stuff with absolutely everybody. So there is this kind of wisdom message coming through here. Part of you, see, and that's where this fox energy comes in. It's a convoluted, it's been kind of confusing you. You're like, am I the one that is hiding stuff from somebody? Because secretly inside, I don't want to share this shit. It's like, I don't want to share this stuff. I don't want it to get broken. I don't want it to get messed up. I don't want it to get overused. Like, that's why you kind of put this rat spirit on there to protect it, because you're just like, no, I don't want to share those things. I don't really want to do that. That can be very wise, especially if in the end game you're trying to actually build something for yourself, right? It's just that it might not be the right time to share it. It might not be the right time to share. We're talking about like websites and building things. It might not be the right time to share. But there's something there where it's like you've been questioning yourself on that energy. And so there's kind of this mom energy here that's like, it's okay. Like, you don't have to share everything in your life. That is absolutely not necessary, especially if you worked really hard for those things and you really value those things. Like, that can be really wise and smart. Just like how this really pretty lamp is, right? Like, there's some things you appreciate just for yourself, and that's perfectly fine. That's okay. There's this kind of convoluted energy on here, though, because something is sitting on this sword and either making you feel bad about it because you don't want to share, or because you kind of want to be on your own, or because you're trying to do some things for yourself. But I think that there's this gap here, and they're part of the reason. And if it's not a person, then it was saying trust. There's some kind of trust gap here between your finances and your actions and like what you're doing. You got a Mother of Wands on this side, and you got a Three of Pentacles over here. Now, a Five of Pentacles plus a Three of Pentacles equals this Eight of Pentacles, okay? Oh, Leo, honey. Okay, it just finally came through and connected. There is a person. It's such a weird little situation how the energy is given to me. It's like they're hiding something from you. It doesn't mean it's necessarily like this malicious thing, okay? They're sitting on a sword, and this is very much implying that there's this gap here. They are sitting in the gap, and therefore they are blocking this communication that is coming from the team of people, spiritual and real world people, and possibly a leader in your life that can help you create this Eight of Pentacles, that can help you create this kind of more general peaceful energy over here. And that's what it just wants to say. Like, you might have some bad vibes about a person, but and they're kind of here. That's where you're kind of unsure about this person. I'm not getting like full-on malicious energy off of this. I'm getting like, they just in the way. You know? Like it's like when a cat lays down on your clean laundry or something when you're trying to put it up. Like, they're just in the way. They're in the way of you getting some things done for yourself, some goals done for yourself. So it doesn't necessarily have to be that they're hiding something and being a trickster, but they are definitely just kind of sitting in the way of everything. Over here, you got this Three of Pentacles. This usually represents a team of people helping to build something. In a more traditional tarot, it's very much a monk, an architect, and a mason all building a cathedral together. And each one of those figures plays an important role in the construction of that cathedral. This is represented as a mountain, which can be overcoming obstacles. So there's people in your life, there's other folks around you that can help you overcome this obstacle, overcome this gap. right? It's like you need a tunnel, you need a bridge, you need to, right? You need to get over this gap or whatever this thing is. And really what it is like you just need to tell this person to move, is what it just said. Like you need to tell this person to move. They're blocking your abundance. They're blocking other people from entering your life that can help you with this project, with this business, with this teamwork. And again, this could either be you and your own growth, Leo, with the Queen of Wands. That's very traditionally a Leo energy card, even though it's represented with the snake energy here. You could be this figure that you're trying to become one day, or this could be another person that's a leader or a guide that could enter your life along with this team of people to help you achieve all of that. Especially Queen of Wands, that's a businesswoman, okay? That's what I mean. This could be a guide. This could be you and you become that person eventually, or this could be a guide right now that helps lead you to this energy. There's definitely, it said, support and funds and people available to help you achieve and correct this energy so that you can kind of get more over here. This person's in the way. Also, though, there's been this energy here of like, well, I don't want to share all this stuff yet, or I don't want to share it with other people because I really cherish it. And I think that that's fine, but that's where you were getting confused. Like, am I selfish? Am I this? Am I that? No, this person's just in the way. They're just not aligned with your goals, Leo. They're just not aligned with your goals. It just wants like one card dead here in the center now that I've kind of spaced these things out. So what's the final card on this reading? How can we either work around this energy, work over this energy, remove the obstacles, like fill in the gaps, what do we need? Yep. Yep. 8 of Cups. Time for you to just go on, do something else. This person's just blocking the path. Like it really don't have to be something malicious or mean. It's really about, they're just not aligned with your goals, Leo. And that's where I want to read this 8 of Cups. I also want to read the 4 of Cups because I haven't pulled that card, I don't think, out of this deck before, and I want to read it. Let's start with that, with the 4 of Cups. Greed, discontent. An outsider would look upon your life and see supportive relationships, pleasures, and even a bit of luxury, but you don't see it that way. Instead, there's discontentment, apathy, and even greed for more. The 4 of Cups warns not to take your situation for granted or the people who supported you along the way. Look around you. What are you truly longing for? Name it. That's what I mean. But there was very much this implication, like you've been wondering if you're greedy, you've been wondering if you're just discontent, like is there just things? This is what you do need to meditate on. Is that you, Leo? Is that truly how you feel? How can we dismiss some of that energy? Because, right, that's not necessarily positive. But that's where, honestly, you might be discontent because of the fact that there's somebody sitting in your way, not helping you achieve your goals. And those goals are to multiply what's happening over here, to invite this spirit team or this guide into your life that can help you achieve those things. This 8 of Cups is usually about kind of, in general, walking away from a situation to go get the other 2 cups to complete something, right? 8 of Cups, stagnation and ill health. The 8 of Cups sends an urgent message to pack your bags and move on. That's what I'm saying. This person is in the way. They need to move on. You need to move on. Whatever. There is no hope of rekindling what's been lost. You must start anew. This card also points to phases of illness and physical stagnation. The message could not be more clear. Nothing good remains for you here. Lift your eyes to the horizon and let your feet lead you forward. It almost said land you forward, lead you forward. That's what I was saying. There's a gap here. It's like you have to make a jump. So it was saying land you forward. It just said like jumping spider, right? Almost like the spider was chilling on this rose and was like, and like jumps over here to the spider web. Interesting. Yeah. I hate to say it, Leo. It's just, and then, like I said, there was that money song, and it was kind of coming off of the Virgo reading. So if you're really close to Virgo, some of that message might apply to you too. But specifically for the Leo message, there is someone in your path that's blocking your way. They're sitting on something. It doesn't necessarily have to be malicious, but they are kind of hiding something from you, and it might just be this general. I said they might be a little greedy. They might be a little jealous. They might not even be sure how to identify how they're feeling. They're just in the way. Okay? And said, but they're trying to act cute. They're trying to act cute. So pay attention to these things. They're trying to act cute, but they're in the way. And I think it's just time to walk away. Walk away. Ooh, it just continued off of this Eight of Cups, and it was saying like, well, even if it's not, even if they don't, like, these cups don't have to be broken for me to walk away from them either. That's what I mean. It's like you're correcting that somewhat discontent, greed energy that may or may not be present in your own energy, Leo. You're correcting whether it's a negative thought pattern that isn't true and just needs to go, like a judgment about yourself, or whether like it's actually true. There's something here that you're learning to walk away from. It's like, it doesn't have to be broken for me to walk away from it. I can still walk away from it on my way out the door, even if it's not completely broken. You can just be in my way. It doesn't have to be broken. You can just be in my way. I said truth, right? Bit of a somber message, but it said, but much needed message, Leo. That's what I got for you here at this new moon in Pisces season. Let me know how it resonates for you guys. I wish you lots of luck figuring out how to bridge this gap and move forward with your plans and your goals. Definitely meditate. There's a spirit team. There's guides out there. They're definitely capable of helping you get to the goals and things that you want and need. I'll catch you guys on the next patch. Thank you.